Okay, we're in a street right here called Rua de Francisco Xavier Pereira, and we're basically gonna walk down this street, and we got kind of a lot of interesting stuff, including that couch right there, that little side street down that way, some of the interesting buildings, and we're also gonna take a look. We're on Avenida Horta y Costa as well, and we're gonna check out this little alley because the alley looks kind of interesting too. I kind of want to share with you about this elevator right here. Just kind of look at how old that style looks. But anyways, we're gonna start around this area, and then we're gonna come around the corner and go down that street. So stay tuned for that. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, Francisco Xavier Pereira. The picture in the top corner is actually him. The other guy is another person from Portugal, and I don't think that's him, but that's the only one that came up on Wikipedia. But this actual one, the picture is actually dated 1908, October 1, and it comes from a book called 20th Century Impressions of Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Other Treaty Ports of China, and it was published in London in 1908. So that book probably has a history about him, and I don't know much about him. I can't really get much information of him, at least not on Wikipedia, but there's his picture, and I'll just kind of, you know, show you the streets, and we'll just put him there and continue on with what we're doing. So let's get into our street. So actually, before we even get started on our street, I just thought this was so interesting. There's this little edificio, and that looks like an elevator that goes all the way up. So interesting. It could just be stairs that go all the way up as well, but it has like kind of a elevator appearance. It could all be stairs, just so maybe at that time it was probably quite amazing. Maybe, I don't know, or it could have just been like an outdoor, I don't know, mirror. It's kind of interesting stuff around here. I guess it's probably just a stairwell that just went up, and it just happened to be like kind of built like that. Kind of cool. Anyways, we're gonna go down our street, which was named after that kind of military guy, 1800s, early 1800s, first half of 1800s. See if I can bring that guy up again. I'm kind of looking at my phone while we do this here. There he is right there. So we're gonna go down our street. I think we got a green light already. I kind of wanted to check out the sofas here. These are kind of interesting as well. Looks like they're gonna throw those out. Looks like they're part of an apartment. And I think the other side of the street looks more interesting. So let's go over there while we still can. I'll run across here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down that alley in a second. I'm also gonna grab some images of this nobleman. So I guess that was also him as well. Okay. So this is our target street down this way. I just want to check out this little Union Street. Uniao. It's like a tiny little street. And we're gonna just walk back over here. And we're gonna just walk down our target street here. And we'll see what we can see along the way. Yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing the Portuguese guy. Huh, what's this? Just take a look real quick. Yeah, you can see all these kind of hidden stuff everywhere, like those balconies. It's such a strange spot. Looks like it's just gonna be an apartment here is all. But it's funny how you got these advertisements here. Like, I don't know how many people would view that, so. Okay, let me see what this is. Joe's Cha, so Joe's tea, iced tea. Bakery. So I don't know how far we're gonna go up, but we do have a church on the right, so I do want to see that. Yeah, I think this street goes both directions quite a ways as well, so I just kind of jumped in the middle of the street, and we're just kind of walking north right now. And we got lots of, here's another Yin Yao. Travessa de Yin Yao. So the other one was, I think, a Hua Yin Yao. And so I guess this street right here has these little alleys that go across, which are actually kind of unique because on that side you don't see any of those that go across like that. But this street has them. Let's see what else we got around here. You see, this one is kind of a noodle shop here. And actually those noodles are kind of Macanese style. You got a kind of a fusion. Kind of a mix. The tofu looks pretty good. I've never bought toast. But I think I'd probably get maybe that one. It's maybe interesting. Anyways, yeah, I see like a lot of toast ones are quite popular, but yeah, I never get those, so. Okay, we got a church directly over there. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to check out this other street. This goes east-west all the way down that way, and we're waiting for that red light, so we can't go anywhere yet. But basically, we have this other four-way street with a big barrier right there. And our green light just hit, so we can go. That's gonna buy a little bit of time there, but then we got a church coming up, still in our target street. And I think what we're gonna do is go across to the church. I don't know the story of this church, but it's not like an old church style that was visited by, you know, many people for many years. It's more of a recent one. And we're way up here now. It's like it's called the Central Church of Mong Ha. So we're not too far from Mong Ha. So the church has a Mong Ha address. Okay. All right. So we're gonna keep on going down. So it looks like our church is closed right now, but it opens at 4 o'clock. And it looks like we have some more parts to it coming up here in a minute. So we'll check that out as well. Looks like that's the next part. And that side we have Lucky Land. Okay. So let's see, we got San Francisco. Oh, San Francisco Xavier. So our street is called Francisco Xavier Pereira, but this was just St. Francis Xavier. So it's kind of an interesting play. So yeah, kind of interesting. Catholic Church, I saw a crucifix there. So let's just keep on going down. I'm gonna walk all the way down to the end. There's actually something over there called International Church. So there's a couple things. There's International Church of the Foursquare Gospel of Macau, and then Igreja de San Francisco Xavier Mong Ha. So there's like this whole building, I guess, is connected with this one and this one. So I guess this whole row is kind of quite a few churches that are all connected to the St. Francis Xavier of Mong Ha. All right. With that, we'll just keep on going on our target street, named after a military general in Portugal. I think we're going to go back on that side of the street because it looks more interesting. Okay. Hey, how's it going? I know him. I can't remember his name, but I know him. And we're gonna go across this way. Actually, these buildings here are kind of old style colonial ones. So we're on Colonel Mesquita, and I think I read about they were gonna do something different with these, but I kind of forget what it was. But I think they're gonna make it into. They have some government plan with these houses here, in a positive way. I think it's to either a museum or or some kind of commercial value, but something that's going to bring people to them, which is kind of good because these are really beautiful buildings in here. Got these big courtyards. Kind of cool, Chinese style. So those all have like that, those little things that stick up like that too, right? I think here's an old style garage. Somebody lives in there because there's a light on. Actually it's a museum. So this is actually a museum. Memorial Xian Xinghai. Xian Xinghai was a composer. So there's a street named after him. And I think I see a picture of him as well. So yeah, this museum is, he was born in, he has a big connection with Macau, but I think he might have been born in the mainland China side, Guangdong, I think. So kind of cool. So we keep on going down. There's a school over there. Actually, I've been kind of curious about these kind of trees lately as well, but it's like these trees are, I like to scan it. It's in Latin and Chinese, and kind of cool looking trees. I'm gonna try to learn some trees in the future, but slowly because they're hard to identify. Okay. I think we're not too far from Mongha now. TDM is here. Look at those buildings right there. Those are gorgeous. Quite an interesting street right here. And actually I didn't really notice all the trees that go down too. This area has a lot of trees in the middle and the median part. So I think that's kind of good for the, you know, getting the oxygen and stuff. So pretty cool little spot. Okay, so we're gonna move on this way. Oh. It's a parking garage, but it has some kind of cool looking orange buildings there. It's gonna keep on going down to all the way to the end, I think. I don't really film in this area too often, but since I'm here, I might as well go all the way down to the end. Of course, if I went the whole street of this one, it would be don't know. If I would have started at the beginning of the street, it would have been a pretty long street. But we're coming out near Mongha right now. And it's a pretty big connector street. Pretty tall buildings. I don't know if I'll go all the way to the end of this one or not. I think what I'll do is I'll just go down the hill, and then we're going to focus on some different streets down that way. But it'll just kind of give you an idea of what another street in Macau looks like. The Subway restaurant that's closing or opening. Okay. Old lighting store. So looks like we have more Mongha references. That's a Central Sports Mongha building. Mongha is this giant hill that's not too far away from here. You to the left, I think. And we could definitely walk all the way down. I'm a little bit tempted to walk all the way down because that street takes us into a whole other area that I don't very often go to. There's a little bakery in the corner. Which looks pretty cool. Okay, so we're now in this Era Preta area. Yeah, this street does make a transition from one neighborhood into the other. And so it is kind of interesting, I think. There's a big sports center right there. That whole building is for, there's quite a few. I think most neighborhoods have a sports center. Let's see if we can get across here. there's part of Mong Ha right there. So we're kind of on the back side. There's a little cart noodle shop as well. I'm just gonna try to rush down here. There's only about a minute left on the battery, so let's see if we can do it. Because more cars. We're just gonna walk down this way. I think what I'll do is I'll just try to film down the end of the street, and then we'll give this one an ending. But yeah, Rua de Francisco Xavier Pereira right there is the, and then that would be the end of the street right there. Not too much further, and we'd be at the end. So let's end it right there. Hey, check it out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.
Toma cuidado la